All right, it is wrestling. WrestleMania coming up this Saturday and Sunday, April 2nd and 3rd on Peacock. We have talked to several people that will be participating. We talked to Charlotte earlier this week. We talked to one half of the Street Profits, Montez Ford. I'm not sure if this lady knows him or not. We're going to talk today to this is a delight because she is coming back for the second time in wrestling. Last year, we talked to her before she went to WrestleMania and won the title. Now she's trying to do it again. It is Bianca Belair. Bianca, hello.
Hello.
I have to start us off with this. On Monday night,
Mm.
you cut Becky Lynch's hair. Did you keep any of it?
I definitely kept it. It's all in a bag. I've been seeing everybody saying they want to buy it on eBay. And I have the scissors too.
The scissors. So the scissors and the hair. Are you going to sell them as a package deal, or are you going to sell them separately?
I think, I can't sell them. I have to keep it for myself. But I know there's high demand for it.
Question: how good did that feel, knowing that she came to cut your hair with the scissors? She brought the scissors to the ring, and then you, in fact, cut her hair.
Well, this has been going on since SummerSlam, and Becky has pulled out every trick in the book that she possibly could. I never in a million years would have thought she would have brought a pair of scissors to the ring to cut my hair after I've told her numerous times not to touch my hair. So, I mean, it was, as satisfying as it should have been for her plan to backfire on her and for me to cut her hair. It's not as satisfying as a lot of people probably think, just because that's not what I want. I want more. I want redemption, and I want redemption at WrestleMania. So that was just that was my signal to her. It's like, okay, enough with the antics. That's it. We're going to WrestleMania, and let's throw down at WrestleMania. I want the title. That's where my satisfaction will come from.
So no antics, no more antics. We're done with the antics.
I mean, I don't want any more antics, but I'm pretty sure she'll pull something out of the book for WrestleMania. So that's going to be my biggest obstacle at Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, is just adapting to whatever she pulls out of her sleeve and overcoming that.
Now, let me just say this, devil's advocate here, okay? I watched WrestleMania last year when you whipped Sasha with that long hair braid there, and it sounded like somebody shot a gun, and then Sasha had like a cut, and then you also did it to Becky before. So maybe, what if she was just cutting the scissors in self-preservation, or cutting the hair in self-preservation? I don't know.
I mean, I don't. I get it. I get it. But this is the thing. This is the thing. My number one rule has always been: do not touch my hair.
Mm-hmm.
I never use my hair. I don't use my hair unless you touch it. And when you touch my hair and you try to use it against me, that's when I then have to use it. I'm not going to hair
Sure.
whip anyone or use it as long as you don't touch it. So all she had to do was just not touch it, and then we were fine from there. So I think that had more to do with her just trying to self persevere herself and protect
Yeah.
herself. That had to do with just trying to continuously cut me down before WrestleMania.
I love that chain. That's a beautiful chain you're wearing. What does est mean?
EST. It's the
Oh,
EST that means I'm the strongest, the fastest, the roughest, the toughest, the quickest, the greatest, the best, the BEST.
sorry, my bad. I'm the dumbest. uh, Be- Becky beat you at SummerSlam in 26 seconds, a match that you didn't see coming. You were going out there, you were billed to wrestle against Sasha Banks. COVID got in the way, and then you were out there with Carmella, and then Becky shows up, beats you in 26 seconds. Do you ever look back? I assume you do. That's what this whole situation's been about. But how often do you look back and say, man, I wish that had gone a lot differently?
Mm, I mean, obviously, initially, I kept replaying that night over and over in my head. It was hard to even escape it. I try to stay positive about it, and look at as many positive ways as possible. Like, hey, just learn from it, or hey, you lost in 26 seconds, but the impact that you left on people is
Mm-hmm.
going to last way more than 26 seconds. I try to look at as many ways as possible to be positive about it. And but now looking back, um, I wouldn't change it, because ironically, I feel like it maybe it made me. I came out on top of it even better.
Yeah.
The outpour of love and support that I got afterwards, and people rallying behind me and believing in me, and now this story is coming full circle, and if I'm able to overcome Becky at WrestleMania to be the biggest redemption story ever, and it's the journey. It's the journey that makes the moments even bigger than what they are. So, um, looking back on it now, I don't regret it. I think it's made me grow and evolve as a person and as a performer and as a wrestler.
So it is WrestleMania Saturday night. WrestleMania will be a 2-night affair on Peacock and WWE Network internationally from Arlington, Texas. I'm getting on a plane tomorrow, Bianca, and I'm coming, and I'm going to watch you wrestle against Becky. I can't wait. It's my first WrestleMania I have ever attended, so I'm nervous. Any tips for me?
Oh, it's gonna be a long, exciting day. So just make sure you get lots of rest the night before and come ready. And
Let-
buy you a Bianca Belair EST shirt too.
I have already bought a Bianca Belair EST shirt because I have a 13-year-old daughter who loves all the women. I mean, she loves every single. She doesn't have favorites. She loves Charlotte. She loves Becky. She loves Rhea. She loves you. She loves all of you. And I've already bought a Bianca Belair shirt. So
I love that.
you owe me $26 plus shipping and handling. I'm going to read you a quote, okay? And I want you to react to the quote. And I'm not going to tell you who said the quote.
Okay.
But it was an interview I had recently, and it was a gentleman, and he said, and I quote, "The Raw Tag Team title match on night 2 of WrestleMania will be the match of WrestleMania this year." Now, what do you think about that quote?
I love the quote, but we are definitely gonna be night 1.
Well, you are night 1, but he's night 2, I think. I'm just saying. He said his match will be the best match of WrestleMania.
The men's Raw title.
Yeah, no, he said the men's Raw Tag Team title match will be. It was Montez Ford. He said that. He said he's going to have the match of WrestleMania. I'm not spreading gossip or anything. What do you think about that?
I think that he's definitely gonna have the match of the night for night 2, and yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna have the match of the night for night 1.
Okay.
But if that's what he thinks, then I fully support that. But I also think that Becky and I are going to steal the show. So, but that's what makes that's what this is all about. We're all going out there trying to steal the show. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be the most stupendous 2-night WrestleMania of WrestleMania history. So that's what's amazing about having 2 nights. Everybody gets to go out there and show out.
Now I joke about it, but your husband there. Do you get nervous for his matches too, for when he goes out?
Oh, I think I get more nervous for his matches than for mine. And we say that about each other, because my match, I feel like, I can go in there and I can control all of it. His match, I can't control it. I'm watching it on the screen and I'm in there like trying to zig so he can zag, and I'm trying to like move for him, and it's just nerve-wracking.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Now, I have pitched this idea before. I'm going to pitch it to you. I don't know how you're going to react, whatever, but there's enough couples in WWE. We have a 24/7 title. We have an Intercontinental title. We have women's titles. We have tag team titles. Why not a couples title? Why not a couples title?
Yeah, but we might have to make that happen, because then we'll be the champions. But no, if Montez Ford and I could be together, I would love to face Miz and Maurice and Beth Phoenix and Edge. Like, could you imagine how crazy that match would be? So this might be something that needs to happen.
Naomi and one of the Usos. I can never remember which one. It's crazy. I'm just saying. This is my idea. I have a lot of ideas. I'm an idea guy. Please just pass it up the chain. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to pass it up.
Are you already in Dallas?
I am. I got here yesterday afternoon for all the media.
I was going to say, because Montez Ford had a different background last week. It just didn't seem like that would be a very boring living room if that were your background right there.
Yeah, no. Our aesthetic's a lot better at the house.
Aesthetic's a good word.
I hear it so much now. I'm tired of using it myself. I say it way too much.
Yeah, words suck. You're right. I apologize for that. You main evented WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
And it was your first gigantic opportunity, I think, in the company. You won the Royal Rumble, and then you went up against Sasha Banks in the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania last year, and it was fantastic. It was a great match, an awesome match. I thought it was the best match of that show. We haven't talked since you had that match. How much does that match mean to you?
It means everything to me. Just the fact that it was the main event of WrestleMania. You talk about just getting to WrestleMania, then you find out you're the main event of WrestleMania. And, it was the first match that was back in front of a crowd and the audience. And, then to win the SmackDown Women's Championship off of that match, and to be, the two first Black females to ever main event WrestleMania. It's just a match that it's so much more than just a match. You won an ESPY off of that match. You got recognized in the world of sports. So it's a match that's going to just not just go down in history, but go down in my heart for forever. And it's something that I relive all the time, mentally and emotionally.
All right, so now this is a question. This is going to be shifting gears a little bit, but last week we found out you came from NXT. You were you developed down in NXT, and then you came to the big stage and have been thriving ever since. But last week we found out that Triple H would be retiring from in-ring activity. He will no longer wrestle. And I've asked a couple of people this, but I believe in your career Triple H has meant a lot. I'm just going to give you a chance to say that right now. What did Triple H mean to you?
Triple H, he was such a huge part of my development of who Bianca Belair is. He was the first, the person in NXT that put me on that main stage. That gave me an opportunity, that believed in me. The moment that we had after the Mae Young Classic, that had my match with Kairi Sane that I had, is the moment that always sticks with me. And everyone always asks, what did he say to you after the match? And I always say, I'll never tell anyone what he said, because those words were the words that finally let me know that I was walking in my purpose. I was good at what I did, and he believed in me. And I still replay those words in my head before all my big matches. I replayed those words in my head before WrestleMania. We talked about what he told me after WrestleMania, after I won last year. So he was a huge part of who I am. And I'm just so grateful to have been able to experience Triple H and have him be a part of my journey. And I just really appreciate everything that he's done inside and outside the ring.
Now, you and Becky Lynch will be wrestling this Saturday night. Also, Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey will be fighting for the SmackDown Women's title on the same night. How competitive do you get when both these title matches will be on the same night? I assume you and Becky want to be the talk of the town afterwards. You want to steal the show. I'm sure they want to steal the show. How do you approach that?
You just go out there and you show up and you show out no matter what. Becky and I, we're not just competing with Ronda in Charlotte. We're competing with every single match in the card. Like, I'm just like my husband said, he was going to have the best match of the weekend. We're competing with the Street Profits. We're competing with RK Bro. We're competing with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. We're not just trying to be the best women's match in the card. We want to be the best match in the card, period. It doesn't matter if it's women or men.
All right, now here's a couple of questions. We've talked about wrestling. I want my audience to get to know the WWE wrestlers. So I got a couple of just random questions. Are you ready to answer them? Okay.
I think so.
You are, like myself, we had this conversation last time. You're from the South. I'm from the South. And that's awesome. The South is the best place. What's your favorite Southern food?
Oh, my favorite Southern food is I just love soul food. We had soul food at my wedding. So good baked macaroni and cheese. I love anything soul food. Candy yams. Yeah. That's my go-to.
Anything with gravy on it.
I'm not a big gravy. I like gravy, but it's like I'll eat mashed potatoes without the gravy.
Anything fried okra?
I like fried okra. Yeah, I'm not a big fried food person, but I do like fried okra. My daddy loves fried okra.
You're not from the South.
I am.
You don't like gravy and fried foods.
I ate a lot of fried food growing up.
All right. Well, this was fine. Whatever. But I do like candied yams. They are good.
They're the best.
It's the only way to eat yams.
Yeah, I can't do it the other way. I need all the extraness, all the sweetness.
Extraness is always good.
Yes, always.
You
can never be too extra.
What's Bianca Belair's favorite movie?
My favorite movie. I'm indecisive. I have a couple of favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite movie is Babs, all about the Benjamins, in a movie called Beyond the Lights.
I don't know what Beyond the Lights is. I remember Babs. It was two of them, right?
I love Babs. Love Babs. Mm-hmm.
And all about the Benjamins. Yeah, okay. That was a bank robbery movie, right?
No, All About the Benjamins with Ice Cube and Mike Epps. It's about a lottery ticket.
Lottery ticket. I knew it was money because Benjamins is dollar bills.
I know every single word to that movie, almost.
Okay, all right. Well, I wouldn't tell anybody. Well, how about your favorite TV show?
Oh, it depends. It depends on what's on at the time.
So just all TV shows?
No. Like it depends. Like I don't have a TV show that I can just go and watch now. Like
Sure.
I loved Insecure when Insecure was on, like
Sure. Hmm.
I loved How to Get Away with Murder when How to Get Away with Murder was on. So it just like depends on what comes on right now. Like I'm loving the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the new one that's out right now.
Belair, yeah, the drama, yeah.
Yeah, we're watching that one right now.
I didn't
So
think I was gonna like it because the first one's such a classic and
I
everything,
know I usually
but
don't like remakes either, but
but then
it's
I
so
started
different.
watching it and it's like, okay, yeah, no, I can get into this.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. I don't know. I haven't heard much from Will Smith lately. I don't know what he's up to. Hmm. You all right? Everything good? Okay. Who controls the remote at home?
Ooh, mostly me.
Mm-hmm. All
I
right.
control it.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Couple last questions. I'll let you get out of here. I know you're on a tight schedule. I know you're doing a lot of these, and most of them suck except for this one. So, you've got Becky Lynch this Saturday night. Now, you wrestled Sasha on the biggest stage. What's different about Becky? What makes Becky the top of the food chain in WWE?
Well, Becky Lynch, she was champion, and then she went away, and
Right.
as soon as she came back, she came and took my title from me. So technically, she never stopped being champion. She's been one of the longest reigning champions for a while. So, for me personally, it's this person who I feel like rode off of my momentum and my hard work, and she's carried over to her title reign now when she came back. So for me, it's personal this year. Last year was more so just I walked into WrestleMania last year as a rookie, and I was just trying to prove myself and trying to be on the grandest stage of them all. And I was just grateful for being there. This year, I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to be champion. I know what it feels like to have that title taken from me. And this year's even more special because it'd be the first time that it's history again. It's the first time that the only two women that have won the main event of WrestleMania are now going head to head against each other. So that makes it special within itself. It's a main event within itself. It's my story for redemption, and it's going to be a full audience. So it's WrestleMania in Dallas in front of thousands and thousands of people.
You mentioned that. You did main event WrestleMania last year at 25% capacity. This year it's going to be, I mean, who knows? I don't know what the final numbers will be, but 90, 100,000. There's going to be a lot of people. I'm assuming this will probably be the most people you've ever wrestled in front of. Have you given that thought?
I know it's going to be a big crowd. I mean, but that's what comes with WrestleMania. You know what you're getting into, and you got to play the event. You can't let the event play you. That's something that Norman Smiley always told me in NXT, and I carry that with me all the time. So, um, that's what you asked for. That's what you asked for. So you got to go out there and show out on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania.
Two last questions, and then you can go. So WrestleMania week has a lot going on. It has the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of other events. There's an NXT show early Saturday, and then backstage at Mania. I'm assuming you're going to see a lot of legends that are never there. You're going to see a lot of people that are never there. There's going to be a lot of activity that isn't usually there. Is that something you just have to block out and worry about what you got to do, or do you enjoy that too?
I mean, it comes with it. WrestleMania season, WrestleMania day, WrestleMania weekend is full of just different, like you said, Hall of Fame and meeting legends. And you're just walking down the hallway, and all of a sudden, boom, there's Stone Cold Steve Austin that you're meeting for the first time ever,
Right.
uh, which happened to me yesterday. And it's like, whoa, it's just in the hallway walking down and you run into a legend. That's just kind of what WrestleMania is. Every time you turn around the corner, is something else that's approaching you. But you kind of just the main focus is WrestleMania match, going against Becky Lynch and walking out as Raw Miss Champion. But along the way, you get to have some cool moments happen. That's what's special about WrestleMania.
All right, last question. It is WrestleMania Saturday. It is Bianca Belair. It is Becky Lynch, two of the great stars we have right now in WWE. What if somebody is watching this interview and they say, I'm going to tune into WrestleMania now because of this? What are they going to see when you two get into the ring Saturday night?
You are going to see all of the build, all of the history that's happened since August of SummerSlam. You're going to see it all come and unravel inside the ring. You're going to have Becky Lynch who sold her soul to have this Raw Women's Championship. You're going to see Bianca Belair, who knows what it feels like to be champion and have it ripped away from her in 26 seconds. You're going to see her going after Becky Lynch, and just two women fighting for the same goal, and that's to be Raw Women's Champion at the end of the day.
All right, that is one of the great young stars in professional wrestling. That is Bianca Belair. Wrestlemania this Saturday night and Sunday on Peacock, April 2nd and 3rd, WWE Network internationally. You know what WrestleMania is. It is the grandest stage of them all, and this is a wrestler that belongs on the grandest stage of them all. Bianca, thank you very, very much for your time once again.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that is Bianca Belair, and this has been Wrestling.